Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of my Motorfest gameplay series. Now, we don't normally start here. We do start at the main menu, but I was eating some Starbursts, and I gotta say, they are delicious as always. We have a new summit that has started. You can see a couple of signs here for it. I'm gonna see where we have to go to start it. Meanwhile, we got a couple of cool Bugattis to look at here. This one especially. Wow. This thing is spectacular. Top 10 custom show. It definitely deserves number 1, I'll tell you that. We got a cop car here with barely any adjustments done to it. You got the lights. Not bad. A couple cool cars here. I think we'll just hit options here. When in doubt, always hit the options button. If you can't find what you're looking for, that's always a good thing here. And then activities. Closed tracks, huh? Chill. That always sounds cool to me. Hey, vintage garage. Oh, I love this. A bus, a Datsun, Pontiac Firebird. Really cool to see that in the beginning. Now that we're done admiring that playlist, what the hell do I... Oh, here we go. So it said we might have some rewards. Oh, we got bronze. Like I said in episode 3, we probably didn't do much to... Or we didn't really get much, just 50,000 XP. But hey, that's not bad. We could always use that to level up and get some good things here and there. European elegance. Elegant, my ass. If you had the British stuff like this, that would be elegant. The French cars, I mean, the only elegant thing I'm seeing here is that Bugatti. Maybe the Renault. But Citroen, there's a reason why I nickname it Citroen. They suck. Pretty much the only good Citroen, there might be a few exceptions, but the only good one that comes to my mind are the DS sedans from the 60s and 70s. Well, it looks like we only got 2 slaloms and a escape. The Motorfest makes sure to keep things fresh and interesting. There's always something to do. No doubt. I mean, that's always why I like these games. You know, they never run out of stuff for you to do. And the best part, free DLC. I'm a little worried, though, with all this mud. Do I want to do this in a Supra? Let's find out. Obviously, traction might be a problem, but it might also help, too. Depending... Oh, we're going on to asphalt here. Okay, we're good. I just can't get over that sound it's making. It's beautiful. When you get your finger off the accelerating button, you get your finger off of R2 and you hear the engine go like... Pew! Sounds like a laser's being shot. I love it. Yeah, I should probably go for the Bronco. Let's keep trying, see what we can do here. We're probably not going to pass. My one concern with the Bronco, though, is like, while we will do better on dirt or the mud, we are going to slip and slide on the asphalt. So we either struggle with the Supra in the mud, or we struggle with the Bronco on the roads. I honestly don't know. I mean, I want to try it with the Bronco, but I honestly think we're probably going to do worse. Let's back up first. Right here should be fine. Now we can switch. Gotta wait for it to load so I can actually see what's going on. Oh, 2,000, really? Not bad. There's our Bronco. Cunha Farm. We are out of here. Alright, here's where we might struggle. That was the Silverado's fault. Actually, I almost forgot. Rewind. Oh shit, we're still losing time. Damn it. You know what? We might as well just restart then.
Bye-bye.
And just listening to the Kara do that simple talk. Oh, it's just beautiful. I don't know why. Just a simple hello and bye-bye. And we saw some lightning. I'm probably going to regret starting from all the way back here, but at least we got some XP. Alright, Bronco. Do your best. Hopefully when we get on the wrong side of the road, we won't get screwed over by any trucks. I kind of screwed over that Camaro there. It's fine if we mess them up. Alright, not bad. I was a little worried we were going to miss that, but I simply just stopped accelerating, and everything turned out alright. We're getting a pretty decent amount of points here. Alright. We haven't spun out so far. Whoa! Damn it, another Ford blocked our path. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh! We didn't get it. There's no fucking point in trying anymore. I mean, we're either going to keep having a bunch of cars pop up out of nowhere, get in our way, block the fucking thing so we can't pass, or we're going to just spin out on the wrong type of terrain. I don't even want to do this other slalom. What I do want to do, however, is switch to my Corvette. Now, imagine if we did the boat. That would be pretty funny if you try choosing that. Like, why did you put the boat on here? Or the airplane? That would be even funnier. You just rip off the beginning of Cannonball Run. Well, not really the beginning, but there's that one scene close to the beginning where Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise land an airplane in the middle of a street just to buy beer. We got a lot of upgrades available to us, so that's good. I might regret this, but the further we start back, generally, the better, because we can go faster. Oh, the bus disappeared. That's beautiful. Now we'll definitely be able to get a good score here. I might... Yep. Oh, already? Are you kidding me? I'm not giving up that easily for this one. The slalom, fine, because we, like I said, we kept having a bunch of cars screw us up while we were on shitty terrain. But this one I know I can do. There's probably no point in trying to start all the way back there, because, I mean, we have to slow down anyway. But after seeing all those upgrades available to us, I think we kind of have to see if we can adjust those tires, maybe the suspension. These upgrades, I don't remember getting this many. It's probably from completing the other summit. I don't even know if we're going to hit bronze again or whatever by just doing one event. But I'm really hoping we can pull it off. Alright. Hopefully our 68 Classic will be able to get the job done now. There we go. Oh, fuck. Fuck you, Focus. This is going to be the entire episode, ladies and gentlemen. And just when it looks like things are about to turn to crap, we pull it off. Finally. I know it took us a lot of tries, but at the end, I knew we could do it. Fucked up our front end, but I don't give a shit. We got a good amount of points there. And some more brakes. Oh, and some money. All right. Like I said, I know we've only done one event. And it kind of looks like we're in silver somehow. I don't know what we did to get silver. Oh, it's still pretty fun. Tokyo Fight. Right. So now we're going to continue on with the American Muscle playlist.
Muscle cars are a call for freedom.
That's why we're driving one. But since it's also called a Mustang tribute, and since I like to joke around and say that Ford is British, we'll probably offend a lot of people by calling it British Muscle. At the same time, I probably made a lot of people in the UK very happy with that remark. They'll be like, hooray! Thank you for giving us attention! Now, I don't know if this is still true or not, but a few months ago, I looked at a survey online, and Ford is actually the most popular car company in the UK. Whether it's the Mustang, the Focus, Mondeo, or if you have to get a delivery van like the Transit, there's always something that the British seem to like about those Fords.
The freedom to turn an ordinary car into a vehicular marvel, with a state of mind far away from luxury brand strategies and pricing, and the freedom you feel from actually being behind the wheel of said cars. A feeling deeply organic and yet intangible. But Jim should be much better than I am at conveying emotions. He's human after all.
No, Kara, you did a pretty good job. Oh, hello, Echo. That was awesome. That's a beautiful engine we got in there. I don't know how much horsepower we have under the hood of this car, but I'm sure it's a lot. Let's see if we can pull off a good drift here. Alright. I was kind of hoping to have that go a little longer, but at least I didn't spin out. I remember when we started, you know, it was really hard for me to control these cars. Now that we got the hang of it, like now that we know when certain things are going to happen, it's almost like second nature. Almost. Still a few things that I have to learn to do a better job controlling this thing, but for the most part, I think everything's going a lot better than it was when I first started last week. Here we go. That's a nice one. Would have preferred if I didn't go off the road there, but at least by screwing up there, it also rewarded us a little bit. So don't be afraid to screw up. Like if you end up going off-road and you end up spinning out of control, that will get you more experience points and more points in general to level up. Like that. I didn't mean to get off the road there again, but still, I got a really decent amount of points. 3.5 miles to go. Wow. Looks like I'm gonna have to do some editing. And here we are. We got a nice star waiting for us as we begin our objective simultaneously with another person. Denver rear-wheel drive. Interesting. Well, we got a stunt edition. Outrun the clock. Alright, I think I know what's going on here. We gotta drive a certain course here by ourselves while scoring a certain amount of points. I think. I could be wrong. Could be different from something else I was thinking of from the Crew 2. But I'm loving the red and blue we got going on here. I mean, generally, red and blue, I love seeing those two colors together. Outrun the clock, alright. Well, I was right about us being out here by ourselves.
Hey dude, we're back. This time it's one of those outrun type of events. Drive fast, hit the checkpoints on time. It's just like that Red game from the 80s.
Yeah, or 90s or 2000s, you know, or many other arcade games in general. This was making me think of Fast and Furious Supercars. A really cool arcade game from 2010.
It's the spot, right?
If you're lucky, you can still find it, either at an arcade, or a movie theater, or at this one bowling alley I used to go to in Frenchtown before it closed. I guess 196 is our top speed.
That's my mixtape we're listening to. Meshes well with the sound of the engines, you feel me? I couldn't put you through a muscle car ride without some proper riffs, could I?
Would have been cool if I heard some of your rock and roll, Jim, but whatever. And we keep getting an extra 20 seconds, so depending on how we do here, we should be fine. We have 35% done. Judging by how far away the checkpoints are, I'd say we should be alright.
Where you get it from that Mustang GT. The thing about muscle cars is it's all about that optimal weight-power ratio, which brings top-notch performance, that sweet spot.
You can say that again. God, it sucks that we only have like 3 or 4 muscle cars being made to this day. That is, if you count only the American companies. As I said, I mean, to me, any two-door vehicle with a V8, I still consider a muscle car, regardless of Toyota, BMW, Nissan, maybe a Jaguar. It really all depends on the styling as well.
Make sure to stay on the road.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, crap. I wasn't sure if he was trying to warn me about these curves, but I heard him say make sure to stay on the road. I knew I had to do that.
Told ya, and there's more coming. But hey, curves are part of the fun.
Yeah, they can be. Unless you screw up like I do and don't know what you're doing. Alright. I know it's kind of looking like shit right now, but I think we can still pull it off. No. No. Well, at least we have a nice starter drive through here. Unfortunately, though, it looks like we have to start over. Whoa. That was a random place it made us go to. The fact that we were just floating in midair from there. I've got to say, if it makes me do that again when we fail, I mean, I honestly wouldn't mind. Kind of like the one rally game that Sega did, where you get a game over. It's like, game over, yeah! It's just something you can laugh at.
Hey dude, we're back. This time it's one of those outrun type of events. Drive fast, hit the checkpoints on time. It's just like that rad game from the 80s.
I love how he just simply says a rad game from the 80s. Like, he doesn't... Probably to avoid copyright, I don't know.
You die.
Man, you should see my thumb right now on the left joystick as I'm really moving it around a lot to make sure we don't spin out here. If I had, like, a camera that was mounted to my head or something so you can actually see my thumb, it's kind of like steering a real car, you know? I mean, some people even use actual steering wheels for this. I remember doing that myself when I was younger.
Top-notch performance, that sweet spot.
Hell, it would probably make it easier for me if I did that on here. I don't know. We're doing a lot better, though. Seeing all that time we got there, as long as we keep doing what we're doing, don't screw up like last time, we should be fine.
Past this point, you're in for a serious series of turns. Make sure to stay on the road.
Alright. Hey, actually, I think we can take a shortcut here. We might get a penalty, but fuck it. That spin out was a blessing in disguise.
Told you, and there's more coming. But hey, curves are part of the fun.
Oh. I think I got off the gas there. Got full nitrous, but I really don't want to risk using it. Ooh, that was close. I actually thought we were going to hit the barrier there. There's that star again. Alright, half a minute. Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Hang in there. Just a few more and you'll reach the finish line.
Uh-huh, I'm not worried. And hey, even if we don't make it, fuck it. They always say third time's the charm. And they'll probably force us to decrease difficulty again, and then we'll pass. But I don't think that'll be necessary this time.
You're out of the woods. Finish big.
Yes, sir.
This
Ooh.
gig's all gravy for you. Am I right?
Not bad. 358. What's that yellow line that kept popping up by the grill there? Did you see that? There's something that went from... Yeah, you see that? It keeps coming and going for some reason. It's like it... I don't know what the hell that is. It's not even there now. I don't know what that was, but... I can safely say we got some pretty good stuff here. A decent amount of money. And I'm excited to see what the next event has to offer.
Before moving on to the next freedom-infused event, we're going to make an extra stop.
I wonder why.
We have a little surprise for you. Although in this case, little may be a poor choice of words. Just head towards the beach and you'll understand. We're real close.
Yeah, I see. We are real close. If we get another free car, I'll be a little surprised to tell you the truth. I thought that wouldn't happen until after the end of the playlist. Oh my god. I saw how deep the back tires were in the sand. I was thinking, no wonder we're struggling. Orlando Smackdown. Alright. Well, looks like we showed up with 2 other cars at once this time. Oh, hell yes. Yes. I told you in the very first episode, I love these fucking monster truck versions of these Mustangs. Let's go. There we go. Looks fantastic. I still hate that scream though. It just ruins the song. I wonder if this is like the last event, or if we're just doing a random race. Alright, we're racing. We're only going against another Mustang, a Camaro, and a Challenger. The big 3. Would have been nice if we also had a couple of Nissans and a DeLorean, which they actually do have in this game.
Alright. Let's do this.
Oh, I thought Jim was racing against us, but there's a guy named Tim, a Jude, and a Dwayne.
Monster trucks need monster beats. I've got the perfect hip-hop jewel for this crown.
I don't know what the hell happened to those guys, but we got a good spot to take second. Let's hope we don't screw up here and we can do good. 2 laps.
This giant obviously won't handle like a regular Mustang GT. Lucky for you, this is a 2-lap race. You got 1 lap to find your footing and 1 to feed your opponent some dirt.
I think I already found my footing. The wood definitely helps too. You don't have to worry about losing grip on there. Unless, of course, a splinter decides to puncture your tire and make it flat. That would be scary. Unrealistic. That's why I also said it would be scary. Whoop. We went too far there on the banking. But I think we're doing good.
Here comes the jump. Now let's crank it to 11.
It's great, too, that we have 4-wheel drive on this thing. And the fact that you steer, like when your front wheels steer
Monster trucks
left
popped up in the late 70s.
or right.
Just for showboating. They only
Oh, wait,
really
never
became
mind.
a thing in the 80s. Man, that
I thought the
decade
back
truly
wheels
was something.
steered as well. That would have been pretty cool. I know the monster trucks do that in Grand Theft Auto 5.
You made it through the first
And I
lap.
think also the
Time to
second crew
crush
game.
And destroy.
Whoop. Oh, crap. Don't hit the rock.
American monster trucks are used in 2 types of competitions. Freestyle stunt and racing. Given Motorfest's racing DNA, we obviously went for the latter.
Looking at the paint scheme on this Mustang, I actually thought it was supposed to be like the British flag at first, because you had the you had the dark blue, the red and white stripes. Yep, there we go. Oh, wait a minute. Rewind. Why do I keep forgetting about that? Maybe it's because of all the talking I'm doing and the admiration I have for some of these other cars and all the lights and smoke that keep popping up too.
Ready for takeoff? Yeah.
I had to hit the brakes as soon as we land. Oh my god. Tim, what are you doing? I feel like that guy was trying to cut me off so I'd crash. We got it now. We got it now.
Send him on the ropes. Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Oh, this is a nice song. Oh, it's the same one.
Give me fuel. Give me fire. Give me... Ah, I forgot the rest.
How about air? I can always give you air with this jump. Wow. We didn't even get hit that hard, and that's a massive dent on our back. That ice cube? Nice. Ice Cube's always cool to listen to.
Monster performance, dude. You put on quite a show.
Well, you can't win them all, but to tell you the truth, I was having too much fun to focus on getting first place anyway. You just... monster trucks, man. They're always awesome. I could probably get dead last, upside down, and I'd still have a good time. That's how much I love driving these monster trucks. Alright.
I hope you enjoyed that treat, driver. This playlist wouldn't be complete without a proper taste of the American showmanship. Now, back on track. We're heading north for a race through the swamp this time.
I wonder what we're driving through the swamp. I mean, if it's not another monster truck, it's got to be something off-road.
Don't worry.
Oh, a bus.
You'll still be driving a muscle car. The Mustang GT from 2011 is waiting for you as we speak.
Oh,
Except
I
this
think
unit
I
is
see what's
custom
going
made
on.
for off-roading. Jim's
We're probably
passion
getting a
for muscle
rallycross
cars
version.
is not restricted to asphalt. That man would drive muscle
Asphalt?
cars on the moon if he could.
Who says asphalt? I thought it was pronounced asphalt. I mean, I should know. I'm even making a comic to publish called Asphalt Playground, which you can find at Studio Route 29 if you're interested. They're modifying their website so it'll be easier for you to buy things online. Hopefully, you can have it shipped to you if you don't live in New Jersey. And while you're at it, check out some of my videos over at Green Frog. I got a new video that was created a couple weeks ago called Former Conrail Territory Volume 2. Make sure you check that out, as well as Volume 1 of Former Conrail Territory. And my other videos, Pennsylvania Highlights and 50 Years of Amtrak. And with that advertisement out of the way, it's time to continue. It seems, I could be wrong, but I feel like we're getting more points for drifting. I'm not sure if it's because we might have leveled up. I saw we were close to getting level 3 at the end of that monster truck race. We're still getting points for near misses, so I could be wrong. But something about the drifting, I feel like we're getting more points than we used to. Whoops, wrong turn. Hold on. Looks like we'll be getting more points for drifting as we speak.
In. When you spot the wind turbines, it'll mean you have arrived.
More wind turbines. Man. I'm sorry if this annoys you guys. I know I mentioned this already in one of my other videos regarding this game,
Your opponents are
as
already
well
out.
as
Go on and
one
join
of my
them in.
Gran Turismo videos. Imagine Sir Topham Hatt seeing wind turbines on the island of Sodor, and he's like, what the fuck? These aren't supposed to be here. Ah, there's our off-roading beast. I mean, I still like the monster truck version better, but this is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. Alright, once again, we just have to make sure we finish in the top 3. Ooh, there's a GTO. I think that's the next car I'm going to buy. Although I want the 1966 version, but I would definitely like to have... Whoa, why did that car stop like that?
That little bulldozer you got there can face anything.
Oh. Ooh! I knew we were going to go above that Challenger, but I honestly thought we were going to rip off Too Fast, Too Furious and go over it and land in front of it. But I'm really loving this thing. You even got a couple of fans in the back I'm seeing there, probably to make it easier to cool off the engine. Unless the engine's up front, wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it is a Mustang. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was a different version where it was rear-engined. Or they could probably copy the Corvette and do a mid-engine style. I don't think people would want that, but there is still a possibility. I mean, we do have an electric SUV version.
Second lap,
We'll have to see what happens. Whoa. Uh-oh. We got bumped. Oh, we got 3 laps.
Through the mud, through water, through the weeds. Ain't nothing gonna stop you.
We still got bumped, but I'm just glad we didn't spin out there. Oh, the guy's in the Hummer, no wonder. He's probably in a rush to buy like 500 bags of Doritos. I like Hummers, but some of the people that drive them, not so much. Same thing with Toyotas. I don't trust anyone that drives a Toyota.
Water pond, don't think twice.
I love how the engine... I think we might have went airborne. It was like... Although I didn't see it go airborne, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. I'm not even going to rewind this time. I feel like we can still stand first. Here we go. Let's hope Mr. Tim doesn't screw us up this time as we get towards that next curve.
Make that Mustang jump like the devil is after it.
Here we go.
Third and last turn of that swamp cruise. Go for it and don't be afraid to get your wheels dirty.
They're already dirty. As a matter of fact, I mean, it's kind of to be expected when you're off-roading. Sometimes when you're even not on dirt. Mostly with bird shit, though. I mean, does anyone else get tired of that? I had like a couple of drops on the hood of my car, but mostly they like going for the window.
Don't listen to me. Just listen to this and knock some teeth out.
Of course, thankfully for the water there, we cleaned the dirt off and somehow cleaned our tires as well.
Straight line. Use that nitro.
Oh. I probably should have let off the nitro actually a little earlier, but we are still making good progress. I don't even see any of the other racers. I mean, they're pretty far behind. That could have been a little better, but I'm still really happy that I did a long-ass drift like that.
One more jump, and you're done.
One more jump, and we're done. Woo! Now, imagine if they had the jump set so we could do a backflip.
Standing ovation. Show's far from over, though.
Maybe they could collab with Hot Wheels. Although I think NBC has a live or reality show where people get actual cars and they drive on full-grown Hot Wheels tracks. Like, they make the ramp and everything, and the fact you can do that on an actual car is just impressive. Right, so we're still level 2. Can we change that? Yes! New level. We're on level 3. And there's that mini we were talking about. Now, when we complete level 3, it seems that we'll be getting a free pair of pants. Now we can upgrade our Bronco. Thank goodness. Let's modify our Bronco. And check out that mini we got. If it's there. Where do I have to go to get it? Nah, who cares? This is more important to me. I wanted to modify this thing. It ain't much. We're off to a good start. I think we may either have to go to activities or shop to get that free mini. Turns out we have to complete 3 playlists. Alright, whatever. I wonder if Car has anything else to share with us. Damn. My bad. Nah, it's not looking good. Looks more flat now. It kind of looks like an 80s Corvette now. That'd be scary though. Like, the more we damage this thing, the more it turns into a C4.
The 2020 Mustang Shelby GT500. Your opponents do not stand a chance.
No, they don't, unless they have a Lamborghini. Palm Springs, alright. Oh, imagine if we did crash into that, and Jim's like, you can't take part of the event for destroying this stand. What do you have against the star with the American flag? Now, imagine if this was the race. We go out off the beach into the water, rip off the Spy Who Loved Me, and turn our car into a submarine. Although I think we need a Lotus for that. Really confusing that they didn't put the Esprit in here. I mean, you got a few other cars from Lotus. The Esprit is like one of the coolest cars they ever made. I'm gonna pop another Starburst into my mouth here, and then we'll get rid of the Drive That Shelby. Ooh, hello. Look at all these other muscle cars. There's only 7 of us? I thought there'd be 8. Whatever.
Oh, now that's my jam right here. A good old-fashioned off-the-grid competition and a mean muscle car to kick everyone's butt. Come on, dude, bring the thunder.
Well, I don't have to. I mean, theoretically, we could just finish right here and we'll complete the event. But you know what? At the same time, I also want to get first place so we can get more stuff.
Hey, where's my guitar?
I don't know, man. I didn't touch it. Or maybe there's a secret cutscene that they won't show us where I did steal it.
Bottom line is, with my cars and my songs, you're winning this thing. Period.
Nice try, Challenger. Man, I probably should have slowed down a little bit there. Lena. I think that was the same car that stopped randomly during the rally raid that we did. I kind of want to rip off Bullet and push it into something where it blows up.
Springs. It's a beautiful scenic route. I'm getting kind of the same vibe from this ride. Kick-ass views and nice stretches of asphalt to let your mount run wild. The best things America can offer.
See, he didn't pronounce asphalt as asphalt like Kara did. What the fuck did I ever do to you, buddy? What the hell? He's further back now. Let's try and keep it that way. Meanwhile, we gotta make sure we're not further back from this Tim person. He also tried sabotaging us in his Hummer. I want to kick his ass. Oh, this is nice. Not bad. Well, let's see if we can do a little better. I'm a little upset that Kara's not saying anything, though. I mean, she used to have a couple of these fun remarks, like be kind, rewind. One thing I didn't include was where she shouted, Mulligan! Fuck, why do I keep going sideways here? I guess that's the best we can make it. Come on. Fuck. Alright, one more. This time, we're gonna do it like this.
We're taking over that gig.
That's better.
So the Mustang Shelby GT500 has been on the modern side. Let me tell you, these cars have come a long way since their first appearance.
You can say that again.
Used to call them hot
Ooh,
rods.
look at those stars. Awesome.
Just started putting large
Wait, the
displacement engines
50s?
called big blocks in cheaper cars.
The GT500 was not around during the 50s.
The same thrill that drove people to push
I mean, if you're referring to Ford in general, then probably. That would make more sense. Especially with those cars from the 30s, you know, they put bigger engines in them. They would get rid of some of the fenders on them. There were a few that still kept the fenders, like the California Kid.
Straight across the roundabout. Don't bother slowing down.
And now, go around right here. Out of nitrous, but hopefully we can get... Yep, there we go. We're in 7th gear. And now we have to go back. There we go. 6th, please. Damn, that was going really well, too.
Shame in trying again.
There you go, car. Where have you been? I missed your voice.
One final turn, enter the military base, and that's it.
Can you steal a jet plane? I mean, I know I mentioned Grand Theft Auto with their monster trucks. It'd be kind of funny if we ripped that off.
The boys are back in town.
No, they're not. Now they are.
This was a solid set. You keep playing this good, and I might just become your roadie.
Hey, fine with me, you know, the more company to talk to me, the better. It's kind of boring when you only have, like, a cheerful AI girl. I mean, nothing wrong with Kara. But like I said in the beginning, I wouldn't be surprised if people got annoyed with her. Like, stop talking!
Well done. Let's move on to the following event.
What kind of a military base is this? Oh shit, our front end is still damaged. Wow. Or maybe this is just housing for soldiers. I don't know.
We're going up now, driver.
There.
You got the toughest cars. So let's take them to the toughest spots. Face to face with the island's guardian.
What is the island's guardian? You got Moana and I don't remember who the one character is that was voiced by Dwayne Johnson.
Of course.
Oh, the
Remember when I
volcano.
told you Jim would drive these cars on the moon if he could? Well, this is as close as it gets.
You're not wrong. I mean, the volcano, not quite like a moon, but pretty rocky surface. That's a nice view, actually. You know, I really need to get out to Hawaii one of these days. It'd be funny, though, if I could do it in real life and just come to a really, really quick stop like that when I'm going somewhere. I think this is our last event for, this playlist. And Jim's probably like, well, thanks for being here. And thank you for driving all my Mustangs. This looks a little similar to the other Rally Raid Mustang we had, but in black instead of red.
Back in black.
Yep.
That's right. I got you yet another one of my Rally Raid prepped Mustangs.
There we go.
GTs, just the right tool for the job.
I feel like this one has better control, though.
Check this out. Man, you're gonna have fun. Check out the mountain peak.
That is nice. I just love the surface we're racing on. I know it's not the moon, but kind of reminds me just a tiny bit of it, you know? Just something about the color. And I'm sure if I saw it in person, you know, like the surface, without the grass, mind you, I'm sure it might remind a few others of the moon as well.
Straight ahead. Shoot for the stars.
Fine by me, man.
Hey, look at the stands
Ooh,
on your
nice.
left. Looks like you got some spectators. Let's give them their money's worth.
That's fine with me. Now Tim's not driving a Hummer. He's got another Mustang. Cool. Maybe we'll be like Kurt Busch and Jimmy Spencer. We'll keep crashing into each other. Although we should probably be in a
Get
Dodge.
ready to fly.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Whoop. I probably shouldn't have done the night. Whoa, crap. Now I know I shouldn't have done the nitrous there. That was still pretty fun, though. If I could do that again, I would. I feel like one of those moments where you can't, if you don't record it, you'll probably never see it ever again. Something about this Challenger, I really love that wing he's got on there. It's kind of like a callback to the Superbird or the Dodge Charger Daytona.
That's one lap. Now taunt that giant one more time.
We have to stay in the top 3 here, though, otherwise we're going to fail. We do not want that. Give it your all, Mustang. You got this.
What a badass shot. I'm getting flashbacks of my drives through Arizona. Good bunch of volcanoes there, too. And long, winding roads that disappear into the horizon.
Nice. That was a good recovery there. I thought we were going to spin out. But hey, like I said, compared to how I started last week in episode 1, I'm starting to get better at this. I mean, there might still be a few moments where I'll randomly go sideways and lose control, but for the most part, I think I'm doing a lot better. Took a shortcut there to try and stay in front of the Challenger and hopefully catch up to Tim there. I mentioned the rivalry with Kurt Busch and Jimmy Spencer. Some people might be more familiar with Kurt Busch's war against Jimmy Johnson, but it made sense to go for the older feud because while Jimmy Spencer drove Dodge and Kurt had Ford at Roush Fenway, there was a moment in the rivalry when they were both in Fords, kind of like me and Tim. I don't think we're going to be able to beat him, but at least we can move on.
Time for the killing blow.
For all we know, he'll probably never be seen ever again. Or if he does continue to keep racing, he'll probably be stuck doing this while we get more variety and move on to everything. Crap. I was doing so good too. I actually used the E-brake to try and regain control.
That's how you rock the house.
I had to move to the right there to try and block off those other 2 cars. I knew they were going to try and pass me. Not quite how I wanted to end it, but on the plus side, we did what we needed to do, and we are done with this playlist. I guess it is appropriate to call it a playlist now because we had a bunch of different rock and roll songs that Jim was playing for us. Still amuses me though that they call all these different selection of races playlists. Race list might be more appropriate, maybe season.
Congratulations, driver.
Oh, hang on, we are not done yet actually.
I believe it is safe to say that so far this playlist is no picnic.
I'd say it's better than a picnic. It's been pretty cool. Rewarding too, you know, just
think that we've already seen everything there is to see about muscle cars and assume it can't get more intense than this. Well, hold on to that thought.
I was gonna say, if you limit it to Mustangs, everything you said was pretty much not true. I mean, I know it wasn't the whole story. I mean, you got Chevrolet, like what I'm driving right now, Pontiac, Buick, Oldsmobile, Dodge. Oh, maybe even some Chryslers here and there.
Plus, it's a chance to see just how far muscle car customization can go and how cool it can look.
Oh. Alright, what's next? I was looking at the picture of this beautiful thing here. I had a feeling we might be doing like a race on a track or something. Reno Roar, I like the name of it too. Tribute Edition, alright. Sounds familiar. I don't know if I saw that in the catalog, or if we drove this thing already, or whatever happened, but I really am looking forward to driving this. There's that annoying scream again. I'm just glad we don't have to worry about hearing that ever again. But I wouldn't mind doing some of these races again. Maybe get victory and win a few races that we didn't pull off earlier.
Look at this eager herd of animals. This race is gonna get bloody. Relax. Your machine is the best in the pack. Just keep your strings tuned.
Too late.
That's the
Oh,
power I'm
actually, never
talking
mind.
about.
As soon as I got back on the road,
Some
Jim's like,
serious
there
curves
you
are coming
go.
right off the bat. Eagle eye, and try to keep your machine under control.
Whoop, that helped actually. Thank you very much. There we go.
Boys in the garage are gonna have a lot of work.
Not quite. I mean, I know we got hit a few times, but it looks like it did no damage whatsoever.
You're off the winding part of the road. Now you can let the supercharged V8 do the talking.
Yeah. And it's nice too. I have a wing, some aerodynamic stuff
You're
here
in the zone.
on the bumpers, maybe the skirt. Wasn't paying attention to the skirts, but I'm sure it's there. Or I should probably say skirting. The stuff on the side, like under the door.
Figured out by now, I'm a massive Shelby GT500 fan. But you're currently driving my meanest one, my special Jimbo Full Power Edition.
Jimbo Full Power Edition. Nice. I thought it was just called the Tribute Edition.
That car is one of the highlights of my collection. Calls to me in my sleep, it does. And it doesn't take no for an answer.
I'm loving this music that's playing too. Sounds like something that might play in James Bond. Or maybe it did. I still haven't seen No Time to Die. Heard a lot of good things about it though. Other than that, I've seen every single James Bond film. I actually have it all on Blu-ray. Bought the package in 2017.
You're gonna reach the harbor real soon. Quickly closing in on the finish line. Don't you flinch now.
Oops, I flinched. Just kidding. We'll be fine. Head's starting to be in a bit of pain though. Not sure why, but whatever. Barber's Point Harbor. Interesting. Ooh, lovely. Look at all those containers. Something about drifting cars around or near containers always seems to be a popular trend. Some might even refer to it as a cliche, but I don't care. It looks awesome to me.
That's it. Fire up your guns.
Oop. Probably should have stayed on the brakes a little longer there. But we still have the lead. And we did
That
it.
was quite the show. Now all that's left is the encore.
I wonder what the encore is. Oh, cool. Check that out. I was just looking at the door on the supercharger. I guess the driver was revving it after it won. You know, my driver decided to take control of the car by himself without me doing anything and rev the engine a bunch of times. Well, we got another 15 grand and our money's a lot higher now than it was earlier. Last time I mentioned it, we were at 435,000. Now we've passed the 500,000 mark. We could probably afford a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. I still want to buy that GTO.
Well done. Let's move on to the following event. You now know muscle cars have been around since the second half of the 20th century, but somehow we've yet to get you one of the classic oldies.
Actually, no, you haven't. I've been driving a 68 Corvette this whole time. If that's not a classic, I don't know what is. But I am excited to try out that 69 Mustang.
Jim's request, we decided to catch you on the fly. and save the origin story for the grand finale. There's an absolute
Origin
classic
story,
heading your way.
alright.
A grail among collectors and Jim's greatest pride, the Mustang Boss 429.
One of a kind, too. I mean, 1969, that was pretty much the only year they had the front end like that. It was a bit more rounder than the rest of the Mustangs from the older years of the 60s.
Prepare for the centerpiece of American muscle car history.
Oh, we got passed by a Urus. Here's another cliche, but like referring to things as a penis. But, you know, something about the word Urus to me sounds like penis. Or not, doesn't sound like it, but it's just something that popped up in my head. Detroit finisher. Alright. Nice shade of silver on here, too. And this is a nice send-off, too. Just looking at the beach like this with the lighting of the sky, all those palm trees. It just looks wonderful. It really does. Something else I've noticed, they also seem to repeat not only the song, but also the way the cars drive down the road into the sunset after you get to see them in the garage. But it's also kind of appropriate now that we're racing a bunch of other 60s and 70s muscle cars. We got a GTO here that we're passing. I saw a couple of Dodges. I believe Tim in first place is driving an Impala.
Let's get loud.
I'm more interested in that 66 GTO that I said I wanted to buy. But I'd probably get it in a darker shade of blue.
You're driving my #1 car, the star of my collection, the 1969 Mustang Boss 429. Name speaks for itself. One of the oldest muscle cars. Still one of the greatest too, honestly.
What do we got? What is he driving it? I think that's probably a Plymouth Roadrunner. He's maybe going in more of a straight line than I am, but we are having an easy time catching up to him. Yeah, he's driving the Roadrunner. More like Road Crawler. Aha. Oh, he still passed me. Well, that's no worries. I mean, we passed him a couple times earlier. I'm sure we can do it again.
Second lap, but no second guessing. Keep it real.
There we go.
The Boss is an icon. It shaped the golden age of muscle cars from the 60s to the early 70s. This was one of the top dogs. The age when these cars stopped being called hot rods or drag racing cars and became muscle cars.
Whoa, not bad.
That's right. Even though the hot rodding mindset had been around since the early 50s, it wasn't until the 60s that the term muscle car popped up, embodying an entire generation's rebellious state of mind.
I don't know why, my steering was being a pain in the ass for some reason. I knew I had to just straight up use the nitrous to hit
Let's just rewind that
the one curve there and just go straight back onto the road.
At that time, if you were into muscle cars or just into cars in general, the place to be was Detroit. Man. Ever heard of Woodward Avenue? A renowned street for car duels
yes.
back in the day.
I remember Jeremy Clarkson reviewing that once in an old video he filmed from 1994. Pretty cool to see that. I'd recommend it if you can. I think it's in, I don't remember what it's called. It might be Jeremy Clarkson's World of Cars or something. But if you type in Jeremy Clarkson Detroit 1994, you might be able to find the whole video on YouTube. I watched it there once myself a year ago. It might have been removed, but if it's still there, it is worth watching.
Show them who's the boss.
I already am showing Mr. Boss. I mean, I know I've messed it up, hit the wall a couple times, dented the left rear there, but we are still making outstanding progress. Something else I was watching with a lot of cool muscle cars. You're probably going to say Bullet because of the Mustang, but I was actually watching a Quentin Tarantino film from 2007, Death Proof. And the reason why I was thinking of that movie was because of this one Nova that Kurt Russell's driving, where he explains like all the parts that are reinforced to keep the driver safe. I feel like that's what all the cars in this game are like, because like you have a bunch of hard crashes here and there, and yet, I mean, I don't count that one because I used Rewind, but like if you didn't use Rewind and you look at the aftermath to the car after hitting something at like 100 to 200 miles an hour, it looks like you practically did any damage to it. Same thing, one time when I was using the BMW Z4, you might remember in one of the older videos, I switched from an airplane to that thing. After being like in an airplane, I had to fall like probably 15,000 feet, or I know it was high enough to crush the car in real life, but somehow the car just managed to drive on. And now that I mentioned it, I kind of want to do it again.
There's a reward vehicle. The muscle car spirit can be described in many ways, but nothing speaks to it better than a head-on encounter with the chrome itself. I hope you've enjoyed this wild experience to its fullest.
I did, Cara. Thank you. Let's go see what our free car is here, and then
as much as Jim would have liked
we'll
to
go
stick
do
around,
some goofing around with that airplane again.
Elsewhere. But he left a special note for you. It says, "Never thought riding passenger could be this much fun. Keep on rocking."
Holy crap,
Yes.
Cara, that was pretty good.
Dig the souvenir.
That was a good impression she did. Then again, she is AI. I mean, she could probably do like everything. I just hope she doesn't end up making pictures, because, you know, I mean, AI, it's nice when some people do it. I mean, that is how AI is created, you know, like, it had to come from somewhere. I mean, it doesn't just pop up out of thin air. We created it. But, you know, like, as long as you're not using it too much to steal things from everyone else, then AI is fine. This feels great. I mean, I was talking about how much I love this thing, and here we go. We got it for free.
Playlist cleared and ready for takeoff, driver.
Awesome. Discover this weekly car culture experience. Nah, we kind of already did that. Well, I guess we'll have to go for this. But before we do that,
Playlist is available, driver.
I still want to goof off of that airplane. Just like I did in episode 2, actually. That was the only episode where we did flying. I still find it a little disappointing that we can't turn around. Like, it won't let the plane go, like, do a half loop or anything. Like, it will not let us do anything like this. But we can, however.
We had a lot of
did
fun
an air
making this
drift.
next playlist. One clue. It centers on one of the most famous car models of all time.
I kind of wanted to see if I can make the plane go sideways, but this is fine. And the fact that you can still use nitrous on this thing is awesome. Here we go. Now we switch back to the car. I probably went a little too far, but if we can turn it around...
I'm terrible at keeping secrets. It's a Porsche. Okay, you've probably guessed that it's the 911. Let's find out what makes this car iconic. Head to the container in Pearl Harbor, and let's get behind the wheel of
so
a
Pearl
legend.
Harbor is here. Okay. Oh, we're gonna land in the water. Beautiful. Wow. Not quite how I wanted to do that. I was hoping we'd land on the ground. But we can always try again. The fact is that we're here anyway, so could have been worse. Alright. I guess we have to go further back a little bit.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm loving the colors here.
Of course, we're all huge Porsche fans, and it means a lot to us to have such an incredible manufacturer joining the adventure.
I'm loving everything I'm seeing here so far. Like, look at all those fantastic cars. Ooh, nice. Something about the 959 is actually one of my favorites. And just like the other playlists, it said that we were going to get a free car once we conclude. Spectacular.
So much diversity with the 911. We had no choice but to reveal it to you.
A lot of good diversity from Porsche in general, and not just the 911, but a lot of great cars. Kind of wish I could skip this, though. I mean, it's nice that we got all these new things being available to us, but I just want to skip it all and move on, you know? Here we go. I think we can now. Ooh, nice. Alright, let's switch back to the airplane. Uh-huh. I guess we have to get out of here first. Not enough space to switch. Alright, no wonder it wouldn't let us go into the plane. Crap. I kind of wish it would have had us go higher. Whatever. I feel like I've been saying that word a lot since I started recording this.
Porsche agreed to send us some of their most interesting models for you to try out. Shipping from Stuttgart, Germany to Hawaii took a little bit longer than they thought, so they've actually just arrived.
Well, this is a nice view. I really have to fly more often in here. As well as taking the boat, you know, like going out there in the water.
Embodies power and performance, but it's also about elegance and style. So when you get behind the wheel of a 911, you've got to behave accordingly.
I'm gonna behave accordingly. I'll just behave the way I always behave. No one gives a shit. I might get a few comments here and there where people like, excuse me, you are not supposed to say any of these things.
The bigger your bonus will be.
Speaking of bonus.
Even during a race, drive clean, take care of your car, and beat your opponents with finesse.
How's that for... Damn it. I was gonna say, that would have been a great landing if I didn't slide there. I mean, if I just stayed right here and immediately started the event. Nah. I mean, if it ever feels like it gets too easy and I win like 10 races in a row, we'll change it, but to tell you the truth, I want to leave the difficulty the way it is. I mean, I'm just also tired of it asking over and over again. It's like, do you want to make it harder? And then it gets harder, and then it's going to be like, do you want to make it easier? Just leave it alone. Barber's Point Harbor. Okay, so we're back here. And I love this loading screen, too, of the red, blue, and yellow smoke. We might be doing a drifting event. I could be wrong. Oh, some other airplanes there. Cool. Oh, I love what I'm seeing here. The fact that all these cars are just slowly pulling out of these, or burning out of these containers and just driving past us. You're probably thinking, those bastards could have run me over. Ooh, what is going on here? Hello. I wonder if it's like the Made in Japan playlist where all the other drivers that'll be alongside us are German. I had some family from my mom's side of Germany that actually immigrated to the United States almost 100 years ago, so that wouldn't bother me at all. I mean, I know Germany hasn't had the cleanest past, but when you look back at some of the things they have done through times of peace, when they're not starting world wars, they have done a lot of good things. And these cars are one of them. Doesn't sound like German names, though. We got Jake, Charlie, Finn, Mike, Lena, Thomas, maybe Irina. But nobody sounds German here to me.
You're a natural driver.
Hey, thanks, Kara. That made me really happy. I think we'll be getting close to the end, though. We'll just do the same thing we did at the end of each episode and do 2 races in this playlist and then call it a day. So we gotta try and be careful here and try not to hit any more things. If we could get extra money, though, for going airborne, I would really be grateful for that. But we can always do that at the end of the race. I mean, it gives us points for going airborne, drifting, those near misses that I made fun of by calling them near hits. I mean, George Carlin, he definitely knew what he was talking about. Now, it was with airplanes. He's like, a collision's a near miss. I just love when he made that joke. Oh. Now, that other guy in the purple car should have been deducted points, not me. I mean, he clearly decided to turn too far to the left. And then he rear bumped me. I'm flooring this thing. I didn't intend to slow down at all.
Natural driver.
Kara still thinks I'm natural, so you gotta penalize this purple car, not me. I mean, as I said earlier, we lost points for hitting obstacles, which is fine, you know, that's my fault. But this Charlie person's a joke. The fact that I lost money because of him, fuck that. Now I'm really glad I didn't increase the difficulty, because if I lost to him, God, I would be mad. That wasn't too bad of a drift. Oh, we already finished. Okay. I thought the finish line was a little further away, but glad we did it. Got a nice win there. I'm going to assume that's a 69 or 71 Porsche that we were driving. We can always check in the catalog later on, which is actually what we're going to do right now, because I said I wanted to buy that GTO.
No time to rest on your laurels. Keep going, driver.
Not quite yet, Car. I mean, we got to buy that GTO somehow. And, of course, we also have to check in the catalog to see what that Porsche was we were driving. A little bit of lag here, bear with me. I guess if I just tap the down button instead of holding it. Still some lag, but it is better than what it was earlier. Ooh. I really got to buy that. I mean, we have enough money to do it, but I still want to save my money for later. Same thing with some of the boats. Alright, let's see. Here's that Porsche. We were driving a 1964 911. Okay. I don't know. The 1964 looks a little different from what I was, from what I saw, but I remember seeing one of these and it said it was a 1969. Maybe they meant to put in 1974 and it was an error, but I could be wrong. And maybe I am wrong about this being late 60s. And maybe it really is 1964. I mean, I know that's what it said, but if it is an error in their part, then I hope they fix it. Because usually they do a pretty good job getting the years right on these cars. Here's a 74. That's not bad. I wouldn't mind having one of these. Or maybe this looks awesome. But that 959, I'm really excited to trying. And there's the Splatter Edition. I remember seeing that in the first episode when we were looking at all the cars in the catalog. There's Winter Agent again. Something James Bond would probably drive. I mean, we did see him using BMWs with Pierce Brosnan. But if they ever chose to go for another German manufacturer, I could definitely imagine Porsche fitting the bill. Alright. Let's buy that Pontiac we were talking about. I still wish I could get this, but we could always find a Smokey and the Bandit inspired livery in the custom shop or whatever. Well, 30% of our hard-earned money is about to go bye-bye. Probably a little higher than 30%. I mean, we got 627, 263,000. I want to look at all the colors here before I make my decision. They're not bad. I mean, I like these two versions of green here. Really not bad at all. I still want to go for... I'm not using this blue. I want to choose a darker shade. Now, here's why I want to go for the darker shade of blue. The GTO I used in this one comic I'm doing in DeviantArt was a 67, but... on the other hand, it would still be nice to have, like, something in the game that I created. Like a dark blue GTO. See what we can find. Perfect. Just what we need. Let's see what we can do with visual parts. Whoa, I'm loving what I'm seeing here. That's not bad. That's not bad. I love, too, how the circular doors on the supercharger are like the same color as our actual car. But at the same time, I want this. This is nice. Now, again, we're going to be using crew credits so we can save our money. I don't even know how we get crew credits, but I'm sure, I mean, the fact that it's cheaper, like we're using a tiny amount of those as opposed to, like, our money, it's just, to me, it's just a better idea. Splitter. What the hell is that? Is that part of the engine? That's cool. That's not bad. I think that might be either the radiator, the intercooler, or something. Maybe part of the supercharger. I honestly don't know. It would be cool, too, if, like, certain parts that you get to modify your car also affected your performance. Well, after looking at all the options here, I think we're going to do this. Front fender. Okay, wider tires, even wider. Yo. That's not bad, but I don't want to do that. We'll just leave the fenders alone. Rims we're not changing. Caliper color doesn't matter because we can't see it. Side mirrors. These look nice. I don't even think I put mirrors on the GTO in my comic. I usually don't. Sometimes I will. Usually I don't. I know it might sound a little lazy, but it could be worse. At least I focus on making a good story, and I mean there are worse things that I could ignore. I like the rear of this thing too, like how it curves like on the left and right side. Like you think it would be straight, but something about the curvature on here is just awesome. Yo, nice exhaust here. These lights are cool too. I might consider actually getting those. You know what? I think I will. I just want to look back. Yeah, this is perfect. So this I don't have in the comic. I just went for the normal stock 67 lights. But this is the only exception of the thing I'll change. Interior doesn't bother me that much. I mean, I basically made it a generic black. Maybe we'll do blue. Why not? Alright, beautiful. You know something else that's interesting? One of the other characters in How to Make St. Louis Dangerous also drives a Corvette. It's a C3, just like the one we have here, but I made it a 1970. Just for the hell of it. Alright, we're good. .365 horsepower. Almost 2 tons, 120 miles an hour. Let's see if we can change it up, see if we can get some parts installed to improve those stats.
In the 1960s and 70s, private racers adapted their Porsche 911 to compete in rally races all over Europe, a testament to the versatility of their design.
Oh wait, you can still see the taillights. All right. Oh, the word Pontiac lights up too? Fantastic, I love that. Engine sounds cool too. Oh, wrong turn, but hey, that means we get to spend more time driving this thing. Awesome. 2 miles to go.
Porsche, not to be outdone, officially entered some of their own tweaked 911s to the rally circuit.
That car keeps interrupting me while I'm trying to explain something. But anyways, I forgot what I was going to say. Thanks, car. Okay, yeah, now I remember. So with the taillights, I actually thought that they were going to look completely different, but I think we just changed the rear to have more black on there instead of just having some silver. So I thought like there'd be more lights on the back.
Nowadays, some sell for almost 6 million. Take good care of it.
I'm more focused on trying to take good care of this thing. Looking back, I kind of wish all the lights could be off. Are you telling me the front bumper lights up too? Like, oh, are you seeing that? Huh. Must be really powerful lights. 32 Club. Where that song got its name. Oh, we're doing an Escape now, alright. Imagine doing this in the Ford Escape. Yeah, this is why I said we gotta modify this car. We still completed it. Awesome. I think after we finish this race and get more parts, then we should be able to get what we need. Alright, 911 Rally, here we go. Judging by the word rally, yep, there we go. We're going off-road. Last race in this video. And then we will bring episode 4 to a satisfying finale. Something about this stream just looks really relaxing. My head's still in a tiny bit of pain. I mean, I did have a pretty busy day at work. I guess that's one downside to working from 6 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. But, you know, everyone's pretty nice to me. I got some good company I'm alongside with. So, it ain't all bad. Wow, that was a nice jump. We went over the water. I'm not gonna lie though, I was kind of hoping we'd land in it, but that was still really satisfying to watch. Oh, look, another Hummer. Just glad Tim's not here anymore. The rivalry has officially come to an end.
Amazing driving skills.
Thank you. I guess this is our top speed, 140. Or was 140. But 142 is our top speed. Alright, beautiful. Our 959 is doing what it has to do. Oh look, we even got a 911 sign. That's awesome. I love it. It would really suck though if we were on sand where the tires couldn't grip and you couldn't go anywhere. You need the sand to be just wet enough so the tires don't sink. I was worried we were going to miss that checkpoint. Yeah, I was really worried though that we weren't going to make that checkpoint. I thought we'd have to rewind or something, but everything's okay. We're 1.5 seconds ahead of everyone else, or at least the car in second, I should say. We've got nothing to worry about. Everything is good. I just noticed we even have mud flaps that are somehow sinking into the ground. Would have sucked though if we crashed there and lost our clean driving bonus. Now we're on rock. Back on dirt or sand. Let's call it dirty sand. It's not the normal shade of yellow you would expect from sand. And I just love these random 911 signs they keep putting up. We saw one by the water. There was one I saw on top of those rocks. Where's the next one? Probably won't see it since the race is almost over. Seemed to go by a lot quicker than I expected. You know, we were having so much fun just driving this thing and looking at all the wonderful scenery. That was awesome. That's another car I'm going to have to buy later on. Or anything for off-road. I love off-roading. Well, there's a couple of different 911 signs and some balloons too. Pretty nice. I love the shade of green they got in there. Not to mention the orange and blue stripes they've got. It seems to be a popular color combo on Porsches, especially, I want to say Formula 1, I could be wrong, but I remember seeing these kind of race cars they had in a 1971 film with Steve McQueen, the Mons, the 24-hour race. Well, everybody, thanks again for watching my video. as well as this series if you've watched the other 3 episodes I posted before this. And I hope to see you again in episode 5 and many other videos that I intend to do in the future, not just for this game, but also Gran Turismo
Let's move on to the following event.
and everything else later on. Take care and goodbye.